Hannah, and welcome to another installment of Stay Inspired. So I've been getting an email quite frequently lately, and I think it's probably because it's booking season and a lot of people are booking weddings, and I've gotten a lot of emails asking if I could give any tips on shooting weddings. And so I was like, wow, you know, a lot of people are asking, and it seems like a pretty general question because I have lots of tips for shooting weddings. So I figured we'd do a YouTube video about it, and that way I could just like send anyone who asks, I'd send them a link. And you know, so basically what I'm gonna do right now is just start from like what equipment I bring to weddings. So we're just gonna dig right into it. All right, so one of the first lenses I bring to a wedding is a Canon 50 1.2 lens. And I use this lens probably the most out of every lens. I use this when I'm shooting the bride getting ready. I use this during bridal portraits, during couple portraits. I use it for details. I use it at the reception because it goes down to 1.2 and I can let like a lot of light in. So I use this lens a lot. I also bring a Canon 100mm macro 2.8. I use this lens very specifically. I use it for the ring shot. I use it for the invitation shot. I use it like if there's like special cufflinks, you know, some people get like really cool cufflinks or something like that. I use this lens because it can get really close details. Sometimes for the cake too. If the cake has like insane details on it, then I'll use the macro lens. And then this is the widest lens I bring. This is a Sigma 35mm 1.4. I use this lens when I'm trying to get more of a story, right? So like when the bride is getting ready and I want to step back and I want to get everything that's going on, I'll put this wider lens on. When I'm doing room shots of the reception, definitely want to get wide shots of that. Wide shots of the ceremony location. When I'm doing family pictures and it's a huge number of people, I've got to use a wide lens. So I use a Canon 70 to 200 2.8 lens. I use this mostly when we are shooting the ceremony. So for instance, like when my bride's coming down the aisle and you know we're far away from each other, I still want to get really close up. I still want to be intimate with her and get those pictures. So this lens is fantastic for that. You know, when they're exchanging vows, I love to get close on this with the 7200. I also use this lens at the reception when, for instance, like her dad's doing the speech or her maid of honor is doing a speech, and then I'm standing pretty far away and she's doing this, like she's reacting and she's so touched and it's so awesome. I'm using the 7200 lens so that I can be a fly on the wall. No one knows I'm taking a picture. It's awesome. I love that. Sometimes during the first dances too, I'll use 7200. So now I'm gonna move on to when I first arrive at the location, the venue. I like to get there really early because what I want to do is I want to like location scout. I want to see where the beautiful places are to shoot, what I think about the place. While I'm doing that, I'm going to take what I call scenery shots, because if you think about it, the bride and groom have chosen this location very specifically and you want to capture it for them. So I'll do, you know, location shots. I'm looking for, if we're doing first look, I'm looking for a beautiful location for us to do the first look at and things like that. I'll arrive to the room where my bride's getting ready when she's about 50% done with her makeup. So when I come in, I'm not gonna bother her too much, not gonna get too involved with, you know, finding out what she's doing. I'm just gonna take some candid shots of her getting ready. But my main idea when I first get there is to start doing detail shots, which is dress, shoes, rings, invitations, anything that's like really important that the bride has said to you is very special. And I wanna do that all in the same story. You know what I mean? I don't want to do like the ring shot on like a deck of cards and the shoe shot on lace. You know what I mean? Keep it in the same story. Imagine if it was just going to be in one book. You want it to all make sense and flow. While I'm doing detail shots and ring and dress and everything, my eyes are open, my ear is open. I'm listening and I'm very much knowing what's going on with my bride because I want to make sure I get some really good makeup shots before she starts getting her dress. I also want to make sure that I've sort of chosen where she's going to put her dress on at. So we pick a beautiful location that she's going to put her dress on, you know, like in the room that's got really great light, and we'll go from there. Probably what happens now is that we'll go to the first look.